NRA Firearms Safety Rules. 1. Always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. 2. Always keep your finger off the trigger until ready to shoot. 3. Always keep the gun unloaded until ready to use. 4. Know your target and what is beyond. 5. Be sure the gun is safe to operate. A revolutionary new firearm for the 21st century. Crossfire. Designed for maximum performance, built to last. Welcome. We would like to introduce to you and to take a few minutes to familiarize you to a new concept in long gun technology, the Crossfire MK1. The MK1 is the first multi-shot dual-caliber firearm ever produced. Because of its uniqueness, the MK1 operates differently than any other conventional pump-action firearm. This video will demonstrate and explain the safe operation of the MK1. At this point, the MK1 should be cleaned and lubricated as described in your owner's manual. Do not attempt to operate the weapon until the owner's manual has been read in full and the gun has been well lubricated. Pump operation. Although the MK1 is a pump-operated firearm, it operates differently than most other types of pump action. The MK1 cocks both the rifle and shotgun mechanisms on the forward motion of the slide. This motion is not a difficult movement. It is just different than what most people are used to. It does take a single, solid movement to lock the forearm forward. The gun will not fire unless the forearm is locked in the forward position. We recommend dry firing or working the action 10 to 20 repetitions to get accustomed to the action of the MK1 before any attempts are made to fire the weapon. Crossfire does offer an accessory forward assist handle if needed. Although the MK1 cocks both mechanisms, only the selected caliber is available to fire. The other caliber stays in a locked or deactivated mode and is completely safe. Selector switch. The selector switch is located on the left side of the MK1. The MK1 will not allow you to change calibers or move the selector unless the forearm is in the forward locked position. This selector is shown in the shotgun mode. To change, push inward on the selector and then down to either the safe or rifle position. The MK1 is in the safe mode when the selector is aligned with the raised tab of the selector housing. Action release. The action release is located forward of the slide on the MK1. The release is manipulated during the loading, unloading, and while dry firing. To unlock the MK1 action, the action release must be pushed forward. This is best accomplished with your thumb and forefinger placed behind the tabs. Push the tabs forward toward the muzzle of the weapon. Do not move, push, or pull the forearm while manipulating the action release. The forearm will be released, as shown, when the action release is pushed forward. When the MK1 is fired in either rifle or shotgun mode, the action will automatically release for multiple shots. The MK1 is designed to not operate when the selector switch is in the safe position. If you attempt to activate the action release while the gun is in the safe mode, the action will lock. To release a locked action, forcibly push the selector out of the safe mode, as shown, to either rifle or shotgun mode. Rifle magazine removal. After placing the weapon on safe, and with the muzzle pointed in a safe direction, depress the rifle magazine release button. The MK1 is shipped with a 5-round magazine, but keep in mind, any AR-15 or M16 style magazine will fit and function in the weapon. Shotgun magazine removal. There are 2 techniques for removing the shotgun magazine. The shotgun magazine release is in the butt of the weapon. First, with the MK1 on a table or other solid surface, simply push down on the magazine release button and pull the shotgun magazine rearward. The second technique utilizes just one hand. Point the muzzle in a safe direction and make sure the weapon is on safe. With your off hand, grasp the magazine with your thumb and middle finger. press downward on the magazine release button with your forefinger, while at the same time pulling the magazine rearward and upward. Loading and unloading the magazines. To load the rifle magazine, align the first .223 round and depress until it is locked in place by the magazine feed lips. Continue this operation until all 5 rounds have been loaded. To unload the rifle magazine, push the top round forward and out of the magazine and repeat. To load the shotgun magazine, push the first 12-gauge round, brass first, into the tubular magazine until it locks in place. Repeat the process until all 4 rounds are in the magazine. The loaded magazine will look like this. To unload the shotgun magazine, depress the magazine catch release as shown. It is the larger of the 2 catch hooks on the magazine catch. Please use caution when unloading the magazine, as the rounds are under spring tension. Loading and firing. Crossfire recommends the following loading sequence. 1. With the muzzle pointed in a safe direction, move the selector downward to rifle. 2. Open the action with the action release and pull the slide rearward. 3. With the rifle bolt open, insert the rifle magazine. 4. With one movement, drive the slide forward, locking the action. 5. Move the selector to safe. The rifle is now locked and loaded. 6. With the muzzle pointed in a safe direction, move the selector upward to the shotgun position. 7. Insert a loaded shotgun magazine into the magazine well. 8. Press the action release. Pull the slide to the rear and with one movement drive the forearm forward, locking the action. 9. Move the selector to the safe position. 10. The MK1 is now locked and loaded for both calibers. Firing. With the muzzle pointed downrange and after acquiring your intended target, select your choice of caliber. In this case, we have selected shotgun. Depress the trigger. The weapon will fire. Move the forearm rearward, ejecting the spent case, and drive it forward. Repeat as shown. Please note you cannot select the other caliber unless the forearm is locked forward. You do not have to necessarily fire all of one caliber at one time. As long as the forearm is locked forward, you may select whichever caliber you wish. It is not necessary to have both calibers loaded at the same time. You may choose to just load and shoot the rifle, and/or just load and shoot the shotgun. Clearing the MK1. With the muzzle pointed in a safe direction and the selector in the safe position, remove both the shotgun and rifle magazines as described earlier in this video. Move the selector to shotgun mode. Press the action release. Move the slide rearward. Visually and physically inspect the shotgun chamber and magazine well. Make sure there is no ammunition present. Once you are sure that the shotgun portion of the MK1 is clear, drive the slide forward. Move the selector to the rifle position. Press the action release. Move the slide rearward, opening the bolt. Visually and physically inspect the chamber and magazine well. Make sure there is no ammunition present. The rifle portion is clear. Close the action and select the safe mode. Failure to follow these guidelines will potentially leave you with a partially or fully loaded firearm. By following the procedures and safety precautions in this video and in the Crossfire Owner's Manual, you should have a good understanding of the MK1. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to give our customer service department a call. For further information, call 1-877-519-3473. Designed for maximum performance, built to last. Crossfire.